Yesterday I tried to live stream and I had all sorts of technical issues, so we jumped over to Zoom, and this is a replay of the Zoom and a little bit of the intro of the live stream. The early bird registration for my upcoming course, the facial features course, will be starting very soon. And at this link, you'll be able to sign up to the waiting list. You get a free PDF when you join the waitlist, which gives you some cool anatomical terminology reference. And we're going to be working with that in the facial features course, which is going to be a series of pre-recorded lessons on the different facial features and full portraits and quick sketch practice, and there are going to be some live sessions. It's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So get on that wait list, and we're going to work on a bunch of profile sketches now. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you here. This is going to be great. I've been very, very much looking forward to live streaming. A lot of things are happening in the chat, which is nice. Is the stream recommencing? So it looks like it's moving. I hope someone in the chat can tell me that they can hear me and it's working all right. Jane is supporting me in Zoom, and it's great to have a few people hanging out in Zoom. There is a parallel chat hangout, which is the watching and the drawing is going to happen on YouTube. But if people would like to join Zoom, they're welcome to, because that is it's nice to have people to chat to while I do such things. And I hope that this stream's going to be okay. 36 of you are here. That's amazing. Oh, 27. No, what just happened? Maybe it's because of the lag. But let's get into drawing, and I'll show you. I'm going to have to. I had to rescale a lot of things. I will show you my workspace. Oh, here we go. And see. I've been working on profiles this week, and as my plan for this month, and I'll show you a few of them, and maybe you've seen some of them on my Instagram. There we go. You can see this page on my workspace. Things are coming together. Yeah, we've had some incredible muses, and it's been really nice. Particularly special has been drawing Ahmed Mouin, who is a music teacher in Gaza, and he sent me a voice message, which was amazing. And he's had been displaced again yesterday, but has been teaching in his camp in Gaza, and it's been very moving to see that this week, and it's been a wonderful opportunity to be able to connect through me to Ahmed through drawing, but just to be able to share music and share creativity and share something beautiful. That has been very special, something that's happened this week, being in touch. And yeah, these have all been special, but that has been particularly special. And I hope, I'm just going to check, see, looks like things are okay. Tell me again in the chat if things are okay. Lewis says it's a little bit slow. Perhaps someone in Zoom could tell me if it's caught up. Hello, Linda. I have 8 references for us to work from and go through them throughout the next hour and a half. So I have, I'm going to have to fit them all to the screen because I had to resize everything. This is Wael Dahdouh, photographed by Milan Harriman, and Toni Morrison, Peter Salmi, Chonchita. Some of these people I know and some I don't. Guilherme Laurenco. There's a different vibe between the ones I know and the ones I don't. This is Estrellita Karsh, who passed away earlier this year, the wife of Yousuf Karsh, who's an incredible photographer whose work we have sketched from in the past. This is also photographed by Yousuf Karsh, is Ravi Shankar. And Astrid Lustig, who just sent me some pics So we have a wonderful mix of profiles to draw. I'm focusing on the profile all month, and so I can put them all over here. That's nice, and we can start sketching. How are things going? Let me check. I'm working multiple. I'm in OBS. I'm in Zoom. I'm in YouTube. I'm like trying to work all these things out at the same time. And people are saying it's fine. Hello. Hello everyone in the chat. It's so nice that you're all here and that you've all been busy chatting. And we're gonna get sketching. So I'm going to work once again on this portrait of Wael al-Dahdouh. I did this one last night, but due to the technical mishaps, lost most of the footage of making it. Unfortunately, I am very moved by the photography of Miss Harriman, and following what's been happening in Gaza, and Wael is a journalist who has suffered great personal family loss and the loss of land and everything, a great many things. Perhaps not everything, but I just wanted to... This photograph by Milan is such a wonderful tribute, and it's something which is constantly present. And I think just sharing this image of a very wonderful person who has just been sharing what's been going on. I thought it would be nice to start with a portrait of Wael. And this is such a strong and beautiful profile, beautiful reference image. And I'm going to redraw it. So thank you so much to Misan. Thank you, Wael. And let's draw this. I'll set the timer for 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute portrait session. And we'll see how I go with this next iteration. So I was mentioning as I was drawing this in the live stream that I had worked on the portrait of Ahmed Mouin, and as I was drawing the portrait one evening, Iken, who is 11, came downstairs and watched me drawing and asked who it is, and I was telling him of the great work that Ahmed is doing and the sharing of music and beauty through dispossession and displacement. It has been a very moving story, and I've been listening to Ahmed's music all this week, and it's just been very that act of creativity and beauty as an act of resilience and resistance has been incredibly inspiring to me. So it's something I've been talking about with Iken, and something he had said yesterday was that like he's starting to realize, think about things, almost 12 years old, and he's really into the song Zombie by the Cranberries at the moment, and there's also a remake of it. So I've talked with him about the Irish history of colonialism and conflict and dispossession, and what that song is all about, and how it's still applicable today, unfortunately. And just being able to talk about it with Iken was interesting. And there was a moment where he was like, it's so strange that we're just here chilling, having a good time, and around the world that people are being bombed and killed. And it is very strange, and it's something which is kind of like with me often. And it's also, I wish for the relaxation that just the shared beautiful moments with friends and family is something that all should be given. It is a given, and it should be preserved and not taken away by the forces of destruction and that beset the world. So yeah, Wael's work documenting the utter destruction of Gaza by Israel has been, and all of the journalists, and I guess that's what's powerful about this image as well. There's Wael's own personal story, but all of the journalists who've just been working to just show the world what's happening has just been so essential, and has raised the veil of illusion for many people, including myself, of the idea that, you know, journalists are protected and citizens are protected, civilians, I mean not citizens, and just normal people living their normal daily lives should have the intrinsic ability to go about their lives, to live and love and care for their families and their gardens and tend to the land and all these things which everyone and all creatures, human and non-human, have their place in nature, in the world, and the blatant disregard and the greed and malicious intent with which so many people around the world are being deprived of that is something that needs to change. And things can be so hard, and particularly like with my kids, when I start talking about it with my kids, and to think, you know, there's that also for them, that's something that keeps me afloat and hopeful that you know, that there is a life and a future of compassion and a continued awe and appreciation of the abundance of nature, and that we are provided for, rather than the illusion of scarcity and the conflict and the greed which seems to engulf many areas of the world, directly as a product of colonialism and its extractionist mindset, I would say. So yeah, being able to talk with my kids about this, to be aware of what's going on, and to be able to talk with anyone about how everyone should be left to live and love and care for things, and those in need should be cared for by those who are able, and everyone in our own capacities, wherever we're at, there we have a way to connect, share, support. And that is something through, yes, just some of the creative work, the artistry of journalism, which is also creative, the photography, the music of Ahmed Muin. There are so many people doing so much incredible work just to share what's going on. And I at least in the conversations I have, like so many people, let's not say everyone, but so many people are basically in alignment with the idea that genocide is bad, stealing is bad. I grew up in a colony, and a lot of people I know and love did, and so I understand this kind of we're born and raised into a system which has directly benefited from theft and dispossession and violence. Um, but it's a we have the ability and like the necessity to say it's not okay. It wasn't okay then. It's not okay now. It's got to stop and do what we can. Um, yeah, by whether it be in conversation, here in a creative communal act of sketching together, just to do what we can to just keep it present and to say it has to stop, and that yeah, that's a thing. So that's some stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I think I was talking about during the live stream. And thank you so much to Wael and all the journalists, wherever you are, sharing the dangerous and horrific truth. And also thank you to those who are sharing beauty, such as the uplifting moments of teaching songs and singing together amidst such desolation. It was really Ahmed Win's work has just it's so important and beautiful to see. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you for sharing the devastation and the beauty, and may all experience liberation and freedom to be the loving, caring, interconnected beings that we are able to be on this incredible home that we share. Alright, that was 10 minutes. And now we will progress with the pre-recorded sketches from yesterday's stream. Thank you, Misan, who I got to meet a couple of weeks ago in London, which was truly wonderful. Misan is doing incredible work, sharing so much with the world, and it's really that was a special treat to be able to meet Misan. So thank you to Misan Harriman for taking this photo. Thank you, Wael, and thank you, everyone. A different drawing than yesterday's drawing. Interesting. I like them both. They both somehow have a different quality and character. Perhaps this will be nice. Let's draw Peter. Peter organized the exhibition in London last month that I was invited to participate in. Yeah, so last month I was in London and Peter invited me, and I got to share some work. And I also went to the exhibition of Misan Harriman at the Hope 93 gallery, and got to meet him, which was pretty amazing. And I went there with Chris, who comes Tuesdays, and that was really nice. Let's sketch for 10 minutes, shall we? So here, I don't know, the back of the head is just meeting the crop of this image. So I'm like tempted to just kind of start from here and grab this kind of big shape. And as we come to here, to just try and echo the angle. And it's really interesting because it almost seems like it's going from here right down to the nose, like almost one angle. There's some variation in around the glasses and stuff, but we've got a really distinctive line to follow here. Yeah, and from here to try like having that form and kind of an educated guess just from the experience of doing lots of sketching, but trying to get that angle, and you can check the angle like this, and you could like bring it over if you've got your reference next to you. And once you've kind of got that in place, and it's interestingly like this wouldn't usually just be one line, I think, but it feels like that's capturing the flow of that. But then to try and see what, based on this, what is the angle and how far is it going? It's kind of shifting back in this direction towards the lip and then going out. You can kind of, June, you're saying not to just do the outline all at once, so you can like fill in little details as you go that are kind of gonna help along the way. But then, yeah, noticing this line here, and then it's kind of coming back here. Oh, but I've kind of the nose is the most prominent. So, and these are things that happen when drawing a profile. Just getting things like I feel like I brought the lip out too far here, but I managed to catch it a bit and bring it back. Because you can always compare, like it's when you clearly have and sometimes it'll be the chin or the forehead or it's the nose, whatever's like most in front is what you can compare everything else to in terms of putting it in the right place. And everything will be in a quite a compressed, narrow, um, kind of column. Like all of the facial features that we're used to, they're all kind of compressed and squished into this narrow space, which is really interesting. That's what makes it challenging, but also really interesting. From here, like having the nostril and having this shadow in place, and find where the bottom of the glasses would be, which is like just coming right up into that line. It's kind of super interesting in this reference. So this week and in the coming weeks and month, I guess, I'll be talking a lot about facial features. And some of you will already know the series of tutorials that I filmed a while back. I've repackaged, reformatted that, and we'll be releasing the facial features course, which I've been meaning to do for a while now. And this, looking at all of these profiles, always looking at the faces, but somehow the profiles seem specifically kind of focused. Um, Maybe because everything's so condensed. It's a really interesting way to look at the face. Um, and we'll get to talk about what all these things are that we're drawing. What is it that we're recognizing as we're doing this sketching practice?
How are you organizing the facial features course?
It is now the way you know it, Jane, and perhaps some others of you that are here. It will now be on Kajabi, and those of you who supported me through its creation on Patreon, I will be sharing it with you. You don't Please don't buy it again. Um, and the way it will be, it's really cool on this platform, Kajabi. As you work through the different modules and classes, it kind of ticks off what you've completed, what you've done. And there's going to be some live sessions similar to this, where we'll get really into the different features and have a like question and answer um, session. And that's something I've been wanting to do for years, and I couldn't quite figure out
Okay, sweetie.
how to do it on Patreon, but to incorporate like a live class part of the tutorials.
Cool.
So that's all live, not recorded?
No, it is, I think 17 recorded videos, and there will be at least 4 live sessions. And once those have happened, if people aren't able to attend them, they will become like a rewatchable part of the course, which is a cool feature. And it will all exist within the course page, which is cool.
When is
So
that?
I tentatively have said, well, I was talking to Sabra, that I'll begin on the 22nd. But I've got a
Mm.
lot to do between now and then. And but I've been kind of been sitting on it for so long. It would be nice to get it out and make it happen. And I'm thinking of it as a live course. So each week a module will be released for 5 weeks, and there will be a live session for each of the weeks, which will become like an additional lesson. But then it will be rewatchable when and however you would like it to watch it. But it will start in that kind of format of like, here are the lessons for the week, do them throughout the week, and then at the end of the week we'll have a live session together.
Mm.
And then at the start of the week, the next module will begin. And from courses I've participated in and also taught in the past, I feel like that way of kind of having a timeline rather than just here's everything all at once. I
Yeah.
think that's really nice to be like, okay, that's doable. That's I like to think we can kind of get our heads around that. Like I think each module is maybe about an hour and a half, and that can be spread out through the week because it's three different videos. Um, yeah, so I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really cool. And if anyone's
Mm.
interested, then let me know. And I put this link down here that you can get on the wait list for the course if you're interested.
I'm interested, but I think I told you before, we'll be away till the 1st of October, and then I'll be sleeping for the next few days to get over the jet lag.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people will be able to join late as well. There'll just be like the modules to catch up on, but it could be doable. And and I'm hoping it's going to work out real great. And then in future, I'll repeat the live format because I know sometimes there are these courses which just sit online and exist there. Um, but I feel like the live element of it, being together, drawing together, and addressing any issues that come up, I feel like that's a exciting part of it. Um, and
Can
I
your Patreon people get in on the live part?
Yeah, yeah. So the people
Cool.
that helped in Patreon, I'll just be like sending it. It's like, here you go. For those who've already done the lessons, great.
It's
And then you'll be able to join in on the live sessions as well. And I know that there
I've
are
done all of the just to sort of promote this. I've done all of the facial features videos that were released on Patreon, and they're great because he's not paying me to do this, but like he goes through and he explains like these are the
Are you
names of the
sure?
special parts of the special like the parts of the ear or the parts of the nose, and like they have names and we kind of don't care, but it's nice to know that those parts have names so that like you're trying to draw them like that the ear has that interesting Y shape in it and stuff like that. And then he just has a set of um photos that he had that really nicely show off whichever body part that is, and then kind of talks through drawing them. So
thank you,
Nice,
Jane,
Jane.
for that unpaid advertising.
well, I enjoyed them. So like,
Yeah,
I want to say I've seen them and they're good.
that's so good. I'm glad to hear it because yeah, it's good to have that feedback. Thank you. Yeah, and the way I kind of came up with the idea for the course was to take each feature and yeah, focus on it. And something I realized is like, what is it about having names for things? Um, like there's the helix and the anti-helix, and then when you see it and start to kind of understand what you're seeing, then it helps to recognize it. And I remember having these moments where I'd be like, oh, I can see that thing I just learnt. And just by becoming aware of it, it's not like I walk around always talking in Latin when I'm talking about facial features, but then having a name for something and then being able to see it and recognize it, I think that can be a really helpful way just to have things land as we see them when we draw them, which is cool. All right, that was Peter. Um, this is Chonchita. And I just went into the chat. That was Peter Salmi. And who is on Instagram is son of Romano, I think. But I will also post and tag on Instagram so you'll be able to see these people's tags. Um, yeah, Conchita we drew earlier in the year as well. And in the Canyo chat, which Peter is also part of, I said, I'm doing profiles this month. Who has a cool profile picture for me? And then a bunch of people shared profile pictures. And that was kind of amazing just to put the call out. And then people like, it was raining profile photos. So here's a great one. Great shadows, fun expression of Conchita.
I wonder what she's looking at.
Big
Hmm.
spider.
All right, 10 minutes. I know that Conchita's originally from Spain, has been living in India for a while and studying art there, which is pretty cool.
Coming back to what you were saying about things having names, I use that when I'm tutoring. I'm a math tutor, so there are times when
Mm.
there are math terms where it's like I tell my students, I'm like, nobody cares if you know what this word is, but like the little line on top of a square root symbol is called a vinculum. And that's because it has a name because it does something. It's a grouping symbol. And so it doesn't matter that it's called the vinculum. That actually sounds like a body part or something. But what matters is
Sounds
that like
sounds
it's
rude.
it does. It really does. Um, but what matters is that like it was named because it has a job. And if you know that the job is important, that's all I need you to know. Like that
hmm
you need to have make sure that that line is where it's supposed to be. Um, but yeah, it's kind of sounds worse than an appendix, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really interesting just being told something has a name and maybe being explained why it has that name. Um, but just to become aware of a thing, like I remember doing stuff like just guessing a lot of anatomy and being called out for it by my mentor at the time, Rebecca. She's like, "You haven't drawn a lot from life, have you?" It's like, "Oh, not really." And they did a bunch of life drawing and a lot of other helpful things. Um, but yeah, then I got a great anatomy book and did some online classes and started hosting life drawing sessions. But just on the part of knowing the names and understanding, oh, what is this thing I'm seeing here? What does it actually do? And it's just interesting to learn, like um, within the face, but also within the whole body, like certain prominent features. Or in figure drawing, you may notice a muscle or some uh, fold or something and be like, oh, why is that actually like that? And then once you start to learn what these different amazing things do in our amazing bodies, it's like, oh, it's there's kind of a level, like a level of understanding things, which just makes it's like another layer of interest. And then once you kind of have become aware of that certain thing, then you'll notice it and you'll include it in your drawings when you notice it. Whereas it may, before having understood and known and noticed the thing and having a name for it or even recognizing it, it may just be like some strange distortion in the drawing because you're not actually sure what's going on. Yeah, and sometimes just being able to, at the same time as just carefully paying attention to what we're looking at, it can just be a nice layer and foundation to have that kind of theoretical understanding. Like I remember when I learned stuff about the nose, and then I was just going around seeing noses in a whole new way. And I was like, wow, your nose is, oh, I can see those parts of the nose. And I just never really been aware of it before. And then you start seeing things that you've always been seeing, but not really paying attention to. It's pretty
I
cool.
don't know whether people would appreciate you looking at their nose.
Maybe not. What are you looking at? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking at your
That's-
nose.
And then all of a sudden, there's noses everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There've been a few of these moments in my life where I've learned something new and I've just gone around like, that's that thing I just learned. Look at that. That's like that.
That's like when I first started painting, and then I was like, oh, how would I mix that color? Or
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
when I've been doing a lot of collaging, I'll be driving along and wishing I could cut out the tree that I'm looking at.
I watched a wonderful video of Leela Harris going through some collaging, just trying out different combinations, and it was so satisfying to watch, like the potential of all these different images, and then she settled on a composition that had a couple of like postcards of trees, and it was just yeah, so cool to see she put it all together. Does anyone have particular questions about profiles?
Mhm.
And in addition to
What
like
I already said.
yeah,
It was interesting doing the charcoal one because it was taking away rather than putting on. So I
yeah,
kind of enjoyed that.
yeah, cool. So you started with a lot of charcoal on the paper.
Totally covered the paper with charcoal
Ah,
and then took away to make the portrait.
nice.
This hair is complicated, but I do like the fact that you can use it to put some dark for her face to work off of.
Yeah, yeah.
Because in the first picture we had, there wasn't any. I actually just put a dark line in front of him, so I had something to work from.
hmm Yeah, it's really cool to have some contrast. And sometimes, depending on the lighting situation, the different kind of tones that we're working with, like blocking something down in the background can help to give definition to the profile, which can be really cool. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this hair, and I just say try and simplify the shapes. Could spend a whole hour just drawing this hair, but just yeah, look for ways to just find the shapes that are really kind of compelling, grab those. I'm going to use the blending stump here just to push some value around, which is often really helpful.
Good idea.
So completely off the topic of drawing, but today was the first time I've been on roller coasters.
What'd you
Yeah.
think?
how did you like it?
I never would have
I
done
love
that.
it.
Yeah, you love it. It was Icons. Uh, heartfelt desire. And I thought I'm going to take him and his friend, and they can go on all the roller coasters, and I can like sit and sketch. But his friend was a bit scared and didn't want to go on a lot of things. So I did everything. But it was interesting at this place because there was like a bunch of different levels of intensity, let's say. And almost every time sitting down next to Icon, I was like, why are we doing this? This is a strange thing to be doing. Um, yeah, and I wasn't scared. I think when I was younger, I probably didn't do such things because I was like scared of it. And now I just kind of had faith that it's going to work out. But the feeling, it's just like yeah, a bit of a thrill and also unpleasant at the same time. So it's kind of a I think some of the people that go there got the impression it's like it's their hobby. Um, you can get like
I couldn't do it today because it would make me sick and dizzy because I have
yeah,
health issues. But
yeah,
that was my
yeah.
thing. That was my thing. Like even when I was in the university, I did a book report on roller coasters.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, I did a
Cool.
presentation in front of the class on roller coasters. It was great.
Cool. All right, this is Conchita. I'll tag all of these people when I share them on my stories. Yeah, it's fascinating. One of them was this big one, and it was wood. It was made of wood
Mm.
Oh
and
wow.
like old school style, but really quite contemporary. And
And a rickety.
it wasn't rickety, um, but it was high and was strapped in, and it would go like the. It's amazing that the whole thing it's the momentum of that one drop that takes you all the way around, right? Which is bizarre. It like pulls you up, and we're up it's
That's
super
the best
high.
part.
Yeah, and that drops you, and you feel like it's going straight down.
After the
Uh,
disaster in Lisbon, I'm surprised you would do that.
I fortunately didn't hear about any disaster in Lisbon. Um,
How could you not?
oh, there's a lot of things I
I
don't hear
never heard.
about, and a lot of things I do.
Thanks so much for being here for this replay. I hope you've enjoyed drawing along. I'm sharing references daily, some of the ones we've been working on today, and some more I'm sharing daily on my Discord server. So you can join that at the link in the description. And as I mentioned, join the waitlist for my facial features class. It's going to be really fun. Thank you so much to Jane during the Zoom session for praising the tutorials that you've already worked on. That was nice, and I hope it's going to be of great value for many people. So be sure to get on the waitlist. The course will be starting soon, and yeah, have fun practicing and drawing together. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel.
This is a super nice profile, Toni Morrison.
Yes.
Uh, this is really cool. Um, make it a bit bigger. It's just so nice. What's happening? What's going on now? Everything's what? I'm trying to move one image and everything's moving.
All my electronics have paint splatters on them.
Right.
Gosh, how does that happen?
I don't know. I'm trying to get the paint off so I can see her nose. Oh, a mess.
Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh, strange things are happening.
Bye,
All right.
Maya.
Bye-bye. I thought I was going to make it bigger, but I'm not because I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. So I'll leave it that size. But the link, I did put the link
Okay.
earlier in the description. If you scroll up the chat, hopefully you'll be able to see the Dropbox link. I'm not sure for those who came a bit later. I just put it in again.
Can anybody not get to it? Because I can get it if they need it. Oh no, there it is. Okay.
There it is. Thank you, Jane.
I'm a little techno challenged. What is Dropbox?
It is a file hosting platform where I pay quite a lot of money to have a lot of space on the internet where I can put stuff on, and then I can link people to those files to be able to download stuff from there. So all of the references I'm using today, I've put in a folder which you can access via that link.
You'll just sign up to Dropbox the first time, and
you should be able to access them without signing up.
oh,
It
okay,
made me sign in, but
Okay. Yeah, if you already have an account, then it will probably do that, but it should open a link where you can,
just get your file.
yeah,
Just
hopefully.
open it in the browser instead of the app
Yeah.
if it asks you.
Yeah, you shouldn't need to get an app to get it.
I won't be getting an app. There is no more space on my iPad. It's full.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Dylan, how do you deal with something this dark?
This
'Cause it's like,
dark. Yeah,
yeah.
this is a great question. I will fill in a lot. When I saw this, I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity. Well, once I've got a shape down and I'll kind of get that the front kind of light shape, once I've got that sorted out where that is. I was thinking this before when I picked it earlier. I was like, I will get that shape. But I could do like I would block in, rub that down, and the blending stump I think is great for this. Like just to start to get away from the white of the paper, just to fill in like a block of value and color. So
You're gonna do some pulling off,
somewhat
putting color
pulling.
on so you can pull it back off.
Uh, um, that I don't really do that so
Okay.
much. But I'll show you. It's a very cool thing to do, and I have done it a few times, and it's fun. But let me try and get this in the right place, and then I feel.
Was that reference on Discord?
Yes, this is the one I shared today on Discord. Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. Cool. That's good that that's working out. So once I've kind of got an idea of where the light and dark shapes are, then I was thinking, because in this limited time frame, I would just fill in a whole lot of like hatching and then rub it in and then kind of build upon that. So it's like getting in the basic shapes first, where I know, okay, it's going to be really light here and quite dark here, midtones here. If I can find a kind of brief way of finding my way around where are the light shapes and where are the dark shapes, then I can fill in the darkness kind of pretty quickly. It's nice if you have like a broad edge to your pencil or drawing tool. Maybe if I wanted to keep the highlight on the earring here, I would just kind of everything else apart from that, I can make darker. So
Gretchen's over there sighing really big.
yeah.
Oh, oh, it's okay, baby.
She wants your attention.
Yeah. Well, she's relaxed now, but she's sighing because I'm not paying her too much
No.
attention. This is what happens.
And so also here the light side of the face is also not white. So once I've rubbed with the blending stump, rubbed the pigment around, I can spread some of it onto there to get like midtones as well. And once that is laid down, then I can keep going darker on top of that. And so that's about halfway into this time frame. I've made the space to be like, okay, where's the value, like the main value shapes? like this big block of darkness, and the highlight midtone kind of area, and then to fill it in like that, and then to keep working from there, as far as you want to, whatever way. And yeah, I feel like that it can be super strong like that to have a block of like, a darker value. Just it's compositionally really interesting. And I know the way you draw, Jane, and I've done a lot of as well. It's that thing of like, particularly if you're working on white paper, to move away from the white of the paper requires mark making. It needs effort somehow, and I understand when you want to move away from the white of the paper. Uh, it's like how can you lay down a lot of value? How can you do that in a way, particularly in the kind of timed sketching that we practice together? It's like what's an effective way to do that? And so now that I've got that down, like I could build up more layers on top of it and do a lot more, but that's kind of the base layer. Or if I were working with a water-soluble ink, I would like be able to brush out and fill it. That is also a very efficient way of putting down a lot of value fast. And I found the blending stump in combination with pencil has been a super great tool. The same way the water brush with water-soluble ink is really good just for pushing some ink around and filling out large areas of value. The blending stump is really great with both graphite and color pencil and charcoal as well, I guess. Although you can do that. Well, I guess you can do it with your finger, but the blending stump might keep your fingers a little bit cleaner. And then within here, I can start to like, okay, where is it like significantly darker and try and find those places. And like it's like really dark and around here. And it's really interesting when you're moving within whether it's that high key or low key, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening within those darker tones. And then, so the most simple way is just to block it in, and then you can kind of increase layers of nuance to what you're doing if you have the desire to and time permits.
I'm erasing Dylan.
You do what works for you. I'm not dogmatic about not erasing. If
I haven't been sketching as often since you've stopped
yeah.
Since you stopped the daily YouTube. I've been more painting.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm sharing daily reference again, but I'm not streaming every day at the moment.
Right.
But that's cool. Cool that you're painting.
Yeah, it's a change. It's different. I mean, well, painting's my passion. I want to draw, but you can't do everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles
Yeah.
or your passions, rather.
I discovered when I went back to painting that I didn't like it as much as drawing.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well,
seems so messy.
Yeah. Yeah, I also I kind of had that idea of wanting to paint and drawing being on the way to painting, but just drawing in and of itself, it's just such a
Seems more satisfying somehow.
and easier to tidy up.
Yes, for sure. Although I did enjoy the charcoal. It was good.
Right.
I challenge myself to paint with one brush,
Oh, cool. That
maybe two if there's fine details.
sounds like a good way to learn. Really pushing what you can do with one tool.
I like painting with a skewer.
Wow.
I like painting with my fingers, actually. Acrylic paint.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
and you
right.
use mediums, and
That
then
was our
Good if you've got gloves on.
our 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm always I wonder, I know some paints are not really good health wise. So I wonder what would be the best suited.
Fingers are good, but I like rubber gloves when I do that.
I don't use gloves depending on the paints. Like I won't use the cadmiums, the oxides, and
Yeah.
I don't use the ones that have the warnings on them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, that was our 10 minutes with Toni Morrison. Maybe, yeah. Guilherme Laurenco is also from the Kenya chat, who, when I was like, I need profile pictures, why isn't it getting bigger? Computer is misbehaving in many ways. All right, I'll keep it there. Laurenco is from Brazil. That's cool with the Kenya reference chat, that anyone who uses Telegram as a messaging service, there's a Telegram group chat. So people it's quite an international crew. There are a lot of people from Europe. But I wonder how like I wonder if there's like a Chinese version of Kenya where there's a group chat where people share references with each other, or like Kenya is so cool. This reference sharing idea is so cool. And like I know there's the Museum by Sketchy app, which many of you will be aware of as well. I'm going to start the timer, start drawing. And I remember I was in contact with Jordan. So this is a really interesting profile because of like the tilt. It's quite different to the other ones, which were more kind of level. A really interesting tilt here. At some point, when I was making my Ink Naturally class, and I had a lot of contact with Jordan, the creator of Sketchy, and he told me that something must have happened, that there were a few kind of landmark things that happened with the Sketchy app. One was it got featured by the App Store, and then heaps of people joined it because it's a really cool idea, reference sharing for people to draw each other. And then yeah, while we were chatting in closer communication, he was like, I don't know what just happened, but a whole lot of people from Russia have just joined. So perhaps that also got featured somewhere on some Russian art blog or something. And then there was like a wave of Russian people joining, and yeah, it's just a question of like how and when do people see things and kind of plug into it and participate. Because I would love, well, I do really appreciate these international art communities, and having it's just a great way of interacting and sharing, creating together, and it's cool. And it's so cool, like, yeah, to have someone in Brazil It's just like, oh yeah, here's a profile, and then you've got it, and then sketch, and it's just it makes the world feel small and connected and creative. So a lot of interesting shapes and like to find the way to like, okay, from the eye, from this here, it's like kind of this angle at the top of the nose is that the root of the nose is kind of pointing at the bottom edge of the white of the eye. And from there to there, you can kind of like make a triangle to come over here to where do I put the nose and try and get that angle. But there's all these shapes, which are not the obvious profile edge of the face shape, but those kind of shapes can really help to put things in place, particularly when it's an unusual angle for a reference, because that can be notoriously difficult to kind of put things in the right place. So whatever little shifts in value, light and shadow shapes you can use, they can really help piece things together. Jane, how was starting school?
It was good.
Yeah,
Roslyn likes their teacher. We like their teacher. They seem really responsive. It's great.
excellent.
That's good.
Yeah. We're all exhausted, but
Yeah, it's cool that our kids are starting school at the same time. For us, yeah, it's the third and last of our kids to go through the experience, and it's really something I've been hearing from a lot of the parents. It's like it's so emotional because it's like just it's a different shift, different rhythm,
I
all,
cried.
all these new people. Yeah, yeah, this
oh, I always do. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think what was it? A few of the parents have been saying that their kids have this decompression when they come home, where they just let it all out. Uh, so yeah, lots of tears, and it's often been the way kind of Holly processes things, and it seems to be a lot of kids like they'll kind of hold it together throughout the day, and once they're back in their safe space at home, they just process some of the challenges of the day by just letting it out, flushing it
Over
out
here,
with the
they've been using
tears.
the phrase restraint collapse for that they've like had to like do all the things and follow the directions and all of that, and then finally they're home and they're just like they can't listen
Yeah.
for a while.
Restraint collapse is a
Yep.
nice
The
way to put it.
suggestion is you feed them and kind of step back.
Yeah,
Don't expect too much for a while.
yeah.
I doubt if that's very different from their parents. I remember I come home from school as a teacher and decompressing by going to the woods with the dog and just walking around until I felt normal again.
Uh, that's
Mm.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. Spending time in nature is a great way to adjust to circumstances.
Yeah. We're lucky here. We've got all kinds of forest. And it really helps.
Yeah. Sometimes I know just from the years with our kids, it always helps if things are kind of tough and emotional. It's like, hey, let's get outside. But they often now, they have their own will. Back before they developed their own will, they'll
Hmm.
just be like, we're going outside. Okay. And now they don't always want to. And it's often like, oh, I know as soon as we're out there, it's going to be good. You'll feel good. But there's sometimes it's just challenging just to get out the house. But once we manage, um, it's just always good.
I used to love when I was a kid the family outings when we'd go camping or out in the woods.
Yeah, nice.
Take all the dogs.
Oh, how many did you have?
Well, usually just a couple at a time.
Uh-huh.
No more than 2 or 3.
Cool.
My mother was the type that if she found an animal that was in need, we'd bring it in and try to save it, or anything that was broken, or if it was lost, we'd bring it back home and see what we could do.
Cool. It's nice to be able to offer that.
But we didn't always bring those ones with us to the camping trips.
Yeah.
So they would stay home. Or normally we had 2 or 3 regulars, and then others that because wild things you eventually have to let go.
Yeah. That's good
Occasionally
effect.
one of the cats might kill a bird that we just saved. It would be horrible.
Oh no.
All us kids would be crying and bawling because the cat got to the bird after we took 3 weeks to save it.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have our dog that we borrow, our friend Polly,
Oh, nice.
and Holly loves Polly. And this week, they were going for a walk together, and Polly caught and ate a mouse,
Oh,
and Holly was devastated
yeah.
because it's just like I can't believe my friend just
Right.
murdered and ate a mouse in front of me. Like she
Right.
was,
oh,
and she was like, she got home from the walk and she was really upset with Polly that she ate a mouse. And I was like, wow, imagine Polly must have had such a thrill, had some, like, must have been like, like getting to experience some of it. Like, we were talking about how, dogs are related to wolves and foxes and they have these instincts. And I can imagine, yeah, I can imagine what it would have been like. But then she was so upset about it.
I mean, just a couple of years ago, I cried because my dog killed a bird.
Yeah.
It doesn't improve with age, I think.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was cute because for a while she was like, I don't want to talk to Polly. She killed a mouse. And then but then after a while she came over and she's like, kind of like, I can't stay mad at you. And uh, it was,
That dog knows too.
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Because I've never seen her live out that part of her nature. I've often taken her for walks, but I've never watched her hunt. But I have seen some other dogs who get like into hunting mode, and it's like, whoa, transformation to the usual kind of cozy. All right, that was 10 minutes with Guilherme. So this feels like they would be super fun to keep working on, and that's often the case. Like with these, like it's like could be a seed. Maybe there's something from these that feels like it's really working really well, and it could be fun to explore further. Um, I've got a few more, but I think I'll do one more. It's getting a bit late, and so we'll do a last sketch, and I wonder which
Sorry,
one.
Dylan, who was that again?
This is Guilherme Laurenco. Uh,
Could you put your sketch back? I'd like to get a screenshot
yes, sure.
because I liked this one. I'm working on it. Oh, I like this one. Mine
yeah.
doesn't look anything like yours, but
mine doesn't even.
This is such an interesting perspective. It's really, really cool. And yeah, a lot of the profiles that I've been choosing, they're very, very side profile-y. And um and this one, just that tilt makes it so interesting. Um,
thank you.
very welcome. On Instagram, this is Guilherme's username. And Chonchita was Artsy Concept. That's Chonchita. I just saw on my Instagram. Um, maybe
So I thought this. Oh, I hope I'm going to be able to.
Okay, baby. I'm gonna play with you in a minute, okay? She stopped sighing. Now she's crying.
Oh, yeah. So this
I know.
is um uh, Estrellita Karsh, who was the wife of Yousuf Karsh, who is an incredible photographer. Who, if you have a look at Yousuf Karsh official, probably recognize a lot of really iconic black and white portrait photos, a lot of political figures and other musicians and actors, like really classic, iconic black and white photography. It's amazing just looking through Yusuf Karsh's Instagram and just being like, I know that photo, I know that photo. It's really incredible photographer.
Come
Right.
here, baby. No. Down. Down. Good girl. Let me give you a little pet. I know you're here. I know you're there. I love you, boo boo. You like that?
So how's everyone doing? How's I'm glad you were able to make it over here to Zoom. And I hope to have my streaming capability sorted out again. There was a phase, was it the end of last year, the start of this year, where it was like, oh, there's a lot of challenges trying to get the streaming right, and then it worked for a while, and this is reminiscent of that.
Not a
Raise
good
your big morning
reminiscence.
cookie.
No, it's like, oh my goodness, can't things just work
Not usually.
when um I would really like to not have to get a new computer. Like, I like things to just be useful and functional for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're living in a different world, I'm afraid.
What
But
I still have a Windows 10, so I think I need to upgrade.
oh,
So do I.
cool.
I don't know
Yeah,
that. My iPad is full.
yeah. The world of how I would like things to be is not the world of planned
Sweet.
obsolescence.
But Dylan, didn't you already save this computer once?
Oh, I've saved it
You're
multiple
ahead.
times.
So you're ahead for like, I mean, you've given it a very gallant try and gotten more time out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you should be able to have them for years. Now they say, if you say it's 5 years old, they say, oh, well, that's obsolete.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I've been glad to be able to there have been multiple times where it's like, oh no, what's going on? This is not working anymore. I'm like, I'm not going to have to buy a new computer, am I? And then I've managed to turn it around.
Is it desktop or laptop?
It's a desktop computer.
I think that's what I'm going to get next.
Mm. Yeah, it's a significant part of what I do, like business wise, and that's something Sabra said as well. She's like, it's a business expense. Your business buys it. It's like, yeah.
It's hard when you're self-employed and you also are the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I get that. The business buys it, but it's still me, so it's slightly
Yeah.
less fun than having like a
Yeah,
business
that's right. The
account.
business buys it, but that's me buying it. Yeah, I got a new computer from work. I'm work.
I got a new work computer.
Yeah.
this is really interesting. This is such a like a bold profile image. Seems like something that would be like on a coin. When I first saw it, like the little version on Instagram, I was like, is this like a queen? And I guess it is. Yeah,
Yousuf's queen.
yeah, exactly. Are you familiar with Yousuf Karsh, June?
Yes,
Yeah, because he lived in Canada, right?
yes. Yeah, he's very, very well known here.
Yeah. My dad is a portrait photographer, and um, like he gave me a list of three of his favorite photographers, and like which were most influential for him. And Yusuf Karsh was at the top of the list.
Well, he became even more famous last year, I guess it was, when one of his photographs was stolen from the Parliament buildings.
Oh,
And then
really?
they found it about a year later, or one of the reporters found it a year later in Italy. And
Ah,
it was a
wow.
big to-do in the press all the time about bringing it back home.
Oh, that's interesting. That a photo was stolen.
Yeah, it was quite large and framed and everything, but they managed to get it out of the Parliament building somehow without anybody noticing.
That's
And it
amazing.
was a news reporter who realized that the one that was on the wall was a fake.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. So
Like
the
something in a movie.
so the thieves had like printed out a fake of the same image.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was somewhere recently where someone was talking about an art theft, like a thing that shouldn't be able to happen, and seems like it's from a movie, and these things apparently still happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where was it? It was some artifact from a museum, and it was like some like ancient Romanian treasure, and just got stolen.
Yeah.
And
It's big business now.
yeah, so bizarre. Who was the portrait of that was stolen?
Winston Churchill, I believe.
Ah, okay. Mhm.
Actually, the man in Italy who bought it from someone or other heard the story and realized it was in his possession and he returned it.
Oh, wow. And realized, uh-oh, I bought a stolen photo.
And of course, he paid a great deal of money for it, thinking it was an original.
Yeah,
Well, that was the original.
it was. It just wasn't the sellers
Yeah.
to sell. No.
But how they managed to get it out of the building, nobody could ever figure out. And they still don't know how he got it out of the building.
But it's interesting that what I've heard about his process, and it was like these large format photography, and I guess it was yeah what my dad like found super inspiring about his process was like he would spend the day with the person he'd be photographing, and then just take a couple of shots, and it would be super expensive back then, and it was like these really large format images, and but that he would only need to take a couple of shots because he'd
Mhm.
get everything right, and after spending some time with the person, put them in a certain setting and have the camera set up, and then just take the photos, and that would be it, rather than taking 1,000 images in a photo shoot and then choosing the best one.
Well, he wanted to get to know the person before he photographed them, and that's why they were so successful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quite a light pencil, but you still see what's going on here. But that's about it for today. I'm going to have a look over in Zoom. I'm going to gallery view. And if you're still here and you've been sketching and you would like to show something, so cool having you all here. Adam, great to see you here too. I'm looking forward to discovering and playing with your app. Adam's been busy making an app to track your own process and progress as you're drawing called Line Weight, which is really cool. He's been sharing it in the Discord server as well. Can you show that again, Laura? I'll have a look. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Cool. And I'll have a look at yours, Adam. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that's great. That last one is that's really nice. Such a strong profile. Cool. Linda?
They're not that good today.
It's great.
I
It's
enjoyed
cool.
it.
Yeah, nice.
Still working on it.
Great having you all here. Oh, cool, Kathy. Yeah, I love that one of Peter. Very distinctive.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. Oh, that's great, Jane. Very strong, clear lines there.
Yeah. Still working on the hair, but
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I guess and hope you've all got the references. I pinned them to the chat. So if you want to keep working on any of them, go for it. Oh, Martina, cool. Let's have a look. Nice. Ah, where are you? Did you see that? Sky, the ocean. That
Oh,
looks,
yeah. Look, while looking at the background.
yeah, that's like a nice place to be drawing.
In the
Cool.
car.
Cool, thank you. A bird. That was perfect. Bird just flew through the scene. Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. Extra
Thank you,
special,
Dylan.
extra special
Thank you, Dylan.
after
So
the
good
live
to see
stream
you.
didn't work out. It's just nice hanging out and drawing with you all. So yeah, thank you for being here. And yeah, in the coming days, I'll be sharing stuff about the facial features class, and I'm sharing profile pictures every day on Discord. So if you want to sketch along, feel free. And thank you all for being here. It's super nice hanging out, sketching together.
And I won't be here to hear what you have to say about that course. So
Okay.
can I catch up when I get home?
Yeah, for sure. I hope you have an incredible time.
Thank you.
And yeah, can catch up on all manner of things when you get back.
Yeah. Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
And I'll see you for the next one, where hopefully the live stream is going to be smooth and I'll have it all worked out for us in future. That'll be great.